Right, Jed, back to the future. The old jumpers, a positive move for the club.
Yeah, I think so. Probably there was a little bit of kick up about it when it first happened when we went to the now the old jersey. I think it's always nice to keep the tradition of the club and keep the Fitzroy emblem going. I guess the traditional one, and it's come up pretty good. So boys are happy. I think hopefully the fans are happy and everyone else is happy. So
just on the fans, it's terrific recognition. They've spoken, haven't they? And
yeah.
Well,
they're your footy club, so they make your footy club. They're really the members of the voice of the club. So it's important to keep and hear the voice and make sure we put into action what they want. So it's nice to for these guys to see the finished product now, and hopefully they're happy with it.
What do you think of it, Tommy?
Yeah, I like it. I've only played one game in it, so it's nice to bring it back, and there's so many good memories, and the footy club's built on this. And I suppose when you pull on, especially this jumper, because we are sort of the two merged clubs, it is a good to go to Melbourne and play in this sort of jumper, and they've made the line a little bit bigger, I think, so it stands out a bit more. And you've got to remember your past, but you've also got to build on the present, and that's probably the most important thing for us now. We've got this jumper back from the past, but it's important that we build a good future from it from here on in.
And it's channeling that triple peak from back in the 2000s too, mate. That's good.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, as I said, there's many that have come before us that have got so many good memories in it, and hopefully we can share some of that success in the near future. And that's the goal of any footy club. You play footy to win premierships, and it'd be nice to take this jumper back on that last day in September.
Nice symbol of the club sort of turnaround and revival in the last 12 months. Tommy, it's come a long way, hasn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think this time last year a lot of people were writing us off and saying we're really struggling, but it's nice to have a little bit of positive media around the footy club, and it's such a tough market up here for the footy club to break into, so a bit of good media and so on's good for us, but you can do all the talking you want, and it's most important that you go out there and perform on the weekend during the season. So we've still got a few more weeks off before we get back into it, but speaking of a few of the boys, everyone's really excited and there's a really good vibe around the footy club at the moment. So I think everyone's looking to get back into the pre-season and spend a bit of time together before Christmas and then really build from there.
Do you think this is something that other clubs can perhaps learn from? Jed, that you made the point that the fans are the heart of the club. At a time where perhaps fans are feeling more disconnected from their footy club than they have probably in some time. That's been an issue in football circles for a while. It sends a message that fans actually do have a voice in their club, doesn't it?
It's an important message. I don't want to talk about other clubs and where they're at, but I think it was important for us to start hearing that message. And obviously we've still got talking about the facilities and where we're going to go there, and I'm sure the fans will have a say in that as well. But it is important, especially when you're coming from, as Rocky talked about, two merged clubs. So you've got your Fitzroy-based fans and your Brisbane-based fans, then your Brisbane Lions-based fans, so Brisbane Bears before. So it's important that we're hearing every voice and hearing from the Melbourne supporters and the Brisbane supporters as well and what they want. So and I think that the club's done a fantastic job with it and moved in the right direction at the right time, and it's a good outcome.
The club listened to the fans about the line on the ground as well, so we're listening.
You had to go there, didn't you? Yeah.
Jed, just a comment on the trade period. We haven't sort of heard too much from the players since that trade period. Obviously a big win for Brisbane.
Yeah, it was, yeah. Obviously, as Rock spoke about again, 12 months later, a complete different story. So to be actually in a position to attract A-grade players to the club, and at one stage, Paddy Ryder was talking maybe this way as well. So to even have players throwing Brisbane up in discussion is nice, and then to actually land two pretty much A-grade midfielders to support the midfield that we've got now is it's nice, and it's a nice change from 12 months ago where 5 players wanted to go home and no one wanted to come, and even upstairs was a bit in disarray, but Swanee and Bobby Sharpless have seemed to have been able to get things back on board, and there might be a couple more sponsors coming on board shortly that might get spoken about shortly, but I won't let that one out of the bag. So it's I think what the club's been able to do on field and off field in the last 12 months, it's been a huge step in the right direction.
Is there anything you can put your finger on as to why it's been such a dramatic shift?
In terms of on field and players leaving, it's individual players have their own reasons. I'm sure we've been able to I don't never think our culture is in a bad place. I think we might have been able to straighten it up a little bit and tidy things up here and there. We probably did a little bit better job with our first years, getting them involved in more things around the club and keeping them involved with the older players. Manny Lynch did a fantastic job this year, but you know, in off-field I can't talk about off-field that much. I'm not sure what goes on in the meetings upstairs, but it seems like the club's just stabilised a little bit. People are seeming a little bit happier, whether that's winning a couple more games of footy at the end of the year, you don't know, but things just seem to be in a good place.
So Rocky, just finally, the paddle-pop line has sort of been licked, hasn't it? It's gone.
I think so. I don't think you'll see it around. Obviously, I think it's nice that the face still stays a part of the footy club as well as a little logo. But I think it's a thing of the past now, and like the jumpers have come up outstanding, and I'm sure the boys all can't wait to run out in it round one. There's a little whisper going around that we might be playing the Pies up here, so hopefully we can sell out round one.